what we want from PUBG New State. And we're getting started right now. What's going on, guys? This is Riggs and welcome back to another PUBG New State video. Tons and tons of information and content to get through. I really hope that you guys enjoy the video. If you do and you want to see more PUBG New State videos right here on the channel, you can let me know by dropping a like and of course subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in case you have not heard, June 11th through the 13th, so from when I'm recording this, in about 2 weeks is when we're going to actually have our hands on the game. We did get accepted into alpha. The earliest stages of the game. We're going to get a chance to play it, and I want to do that with you guys. I will be making as many videos as possible, as well as live streaming all of the content. So again, make sure you guys keep it locked right here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What we're going to be discussing is the 5 major keys that PUBG New State needs to hit in order for it to be successful. This is what we want from PUBG New State. So these are not in any particular order, but one of the biggest things that I want to cover, and it's one of the largest issues when it comes to Battle Royale games, and as well as player retention. It doesn't do you much good when someone downloads your game and then only plays it for a couple weeks to end up getting killed by hackers and not seeing anything done about it, and it turns people off. And more so, New State must hit this, because so many games are coming. You got PUBG Mobile, you got Valorant, you got Apex Legends, and Valorant just announced, yesterday from when I'm recording this, that they are coming to mobile as well. So New State has to get off the ground, and they have to get off the ground running. So hackers is huge. It cannot be said enough. What else can we really say about hackers? There needs to be a way to have an effective detection system. So, and a detection system that will actually ban the players, and that will make it to where they can't play, season after season after season, game after game after game, and not get caught and have no repercussions. If early on people trying, because we know hackers are going to show up in the game, if they get banned early on, and it's very, very difficult to get through the detection system, that is going to make it, now there's so many other Battle Royale games out there, they will go ahead and try to crack a different game. So having a strong detection system, making sure they're banning the right players. The last thing you want to do is ban somebody unrightfully, then that gets spread all over social media. Ends up in Reddit. It just spreads like wildfire when you're banning the wrong players. And unrightful bans have also been a big issue with a lot of Battle Royale games. Making sure, again, banning the right players, and in the event that someone gets unrightfully banned, a much simpler, easier way, which comes to community outreach, which we'll go ahead and get discuss a little bit later into the video, making sure that there's an actual way to review accounts, so the person that ends up spending $10,000 on their account that was unrightfully banned can get their account back. Okay, so the next one is glitches and bugs taken seriously. So we have to understand, okay, this isn't going to be, a wish list that is going to be impossible to achieve. We all understand at the end of the day that no game is perfect. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be glitches that arise. There's no such thing as, quote unquote, the perfect game. So we know these things are going to happen. The true difference where New State and what we want to see from New State is identifying when there actually are certain bugs or glitches, and that they're doing everything in their power, in their developing power, to make sure that they are aware of it and to make sure that they get it fixed as quickly as possible. Because this does more than one thing. It's kind of, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only are you going to be fixing your game so it's a more enjoyable experience for the player, but when the player actually sees an announcement that so-and-so bug or so-and-so glitch has now been repaired, that it puts people at ease. It makes it towards like, okay, cool, these devs are on it. There was an issue, say it was after an update, and now it is gone and get fixed. Now we can kind of go back to playing as usual. I'll give you a real quick example before we move on to the third key, is something like hill glitching. there's no reason why we should have hill glitching, you know, from a couple hundred meters out that has been in the game since the very beginning. We don't want to be playing PUBG New State in season 12 and there's the exact same bug all the way from, you know, the very first season. That's an issue. That does not sit well with players. And this is going to be a perfect transition into the third key, which is esports. Esports is going to be huge in New State. And again, perfect transition. You don't want to be playing in a tournament, you know, a $3 million tournament where hill glitching is a thing. Again, it's not good for the player and it's not good for the company and it's not good for the viewer, the people that are actually watching it. So, one of the key elements that New State needs to do to really hit esports home is promotion of TPP as well as FPP. We all know the most competitive game mode when it comes to Battle Royale games is first-person perspective. So promoting, again, we know TPP is the most popular, but the most competitive is FPP. Finding a balance between the two, having tournaments that incorporate both perspectives, it's kind of a win-win for, again, the viewer, and the player and as well as the company. And another big thing is FPP is what will bring in the big orgs. What we want to see in New State is big orgs to put on huge tournaments. And again, it's a win-win for both. All right, and the fourth key that we're going to talk about is futuristic realism. What I mean by that is we have to understand a lot of players that are going to be playing PUBG New State are people that have played PUBG Mobile, that have played PUBG PC. And you have to understand a lot of people looking for New State are going to still want that PUBG nostalgia. However, with a twist. We know that New State is going to be taking place in the future, in the year 2051. We know the first map we'll be playing on is going to be called Troy. So we want to have realistic weapon mechanics. We want the bullet drop, possibly even sway. We'll see how that goes with mobile. You know, the realistic reloads. One thing that I don't want to see, and I think many would agree, is, you know, things that are unrealistic as far as how weapons go, you know, like laser blasters and star blasters and things like that. You know, we still want more traditional weapons that operate as realistic as possible, because again, so many players are going to be playing this game that are coming from a PUBG background. You know, if people want the futuristic games, they're going to play Apex Legends, they're going to play Valorant, they're going to play Fortnite. We want to keep it as realistic as possible with physics and, like I said, that futuristic realism. And the fifth key that we're going to be discussing is fun. We want to make sure that this game is going to be fun. By incorporating the first four things we discussed, that will ensure a fun atmosphere for everyone. Fun also means money for a New State. So one thing that we want to see is, of course, collabs. We want to see tons and tons of updates to always keep, you know, the player engaged. Of course, improvements, and like I discussed at the very beginning of the video, is we want to make sure that there's a community outreach. We want to make it to where there's, if we have to get a hold of somebody for this, this is who we contact. If we want to get a hold of somebody for this, this is who we contact. We want to have community managers that are working hand in hand with content creators. One thing that I would love to see in this game that would make it fun and would really set it apart in the Battle Royale genre, I've mentioned it in past videos with other games, is to have some sort of a pity or a mercy system, to the point to where we don't know if there's going to be shards, if there's going to be crates. We know there is going to be microtransactions because that's how they're going to be paying. That's how Crafton will be paying their bills to keep the game and the server up and running. But yeah, we want to see the cool skins. We want to see the cool cars. You know, we want to see the cool gun skins, making it to where you can get the most bang for your buck. And believe me, Crafton, if you're watching this, understand, if you will make more money by not being so uptight with the crates and making it, you know, pretty much impossible to get, like, you know, some of the most rarest items. We don't want the most rarest items just to be handed out either. But if there's some sort of a way where there'll be a nice fine balance between the two, where the player wins, when the player is getting what they want and they see that the odds are good, that is going to ultimately have them spend more money because they know that they just hit that jackpot. And what happens when you hit the jackpot at the casino? Very rarely do you walk away. You end up putting more money into the machine. It could be the same thing with crafting. The player wins, the company wins, and at the end of the day, everybody is happy. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, if you made it all the way to the end, do me a big favor, drop a like. Best way to support the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And let me know in the comment section what you think of the topics that we covered today. And again, drop a like if you want to see more PUBG New State footage right here on the channel. However, that's going to do it. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. But until the very next one, this has been Riggs from ŁØBx Gaming.